Tim and Claranne are very unique individuals. Their love for St. Francis has been shown year over year, and I don't think there are a lot of institutions that are as lucky as we are to have a family like the Long family involved with their school.
So when you think of the three cores of stewardship, time, talent, treasure, I don't think there's a better example than Tim and Claranne. Between Claranne's time on the board, Tim's involvement in many of the projects here, and just their ongoing generosity, they truly are an inspiration for others to get involved in any way they can in the St. Francis community.
Claranne Long is one of my favorite people in the St. Francis community, and I say that not lightly. She follows in the footsteps of her mom and her dad, Diane and Jean Revisa, always wanting to help out what needs to be done. She's going to be there to make sure that it happens.
Well, Tim and I go way back. He's been a great friend to me personally, but he's been a tremendous asset and always willing to help at St. Francis. Everything from donating generators to the Christmas at Our House program to having his men come out in the middle of the night when our transformer blew out. They fix lights in the stadium at the drop of a hat, which, as you know, isn't an easy task. So we are always able to rely on Tim in even the most difficult circumstances, and he's never, ever failed us, and we're truly grateful for that.
They are an incredible family. The two of them have taken what Jean and Diane started, which was so positive for St. Francis School, and they've kicked it up another notch. There isn't a project that was built while I was involved with the building projects here on campus that TL Electric or Cupertino Electric wasn't involved in. They were involved in everything. And besides the physical buildings themselves, lighting buildings, electrical, much of the beautiful site conditions and much of the beautiful field conditions that we have today are all a result of their efforts.
Tim and Claranne were among the original founders of the SF Edge Fund, which is a venture capital fund designed to help the teachers here at St. Francis.
So many years ago, Claranne made the decision to donate some Cupertino Electric stock to St. Francis, specifically focused on teachers, attracting and retaining teachers. Later became part of the Edge Fund. Over time, the company's done very well. Stock has appreciated, and a couple of years ago, we mutually agreed to cash that stock out. I couldn't have been more honored than to be sitting side by side with Claranne, handing Mike Speckman a check, a significant check. And we wouldn't have been in that spot if it wasn't for Claranne's foresight and focus on giving back to St. Francis. And hopefully this is an example for others to see about the possibility of donating stock and how it can be impactful to the school.
She was always one who wanted to make sure that all of the educators at the school were well taken care of.
So Tim and Claranne Long really believe in the entire Holy Cross mission, educating the hearts, the minds of future leaders of the world. And they do this through many ways, not only just writing checks and giving great donations, but really giving of their time, their energy, and their ability to communicate this mission to others.
Tim and Claranne were very gracious in sending their own children to St. Francis. Matt, Jenna, and Chris Long are all alums of the school, and they got an opportunity to see their parents be supportive of our institution. And I know Jenna and Matt and Chris, all three of them, are taking that same type of attitude as they move forward in their careers and looking to give back and doing things that St. Francis has really ingrained in them in terms of being helpful to other organizations and other people.
When you think about that tradition over 3 generations now, that's pretty amazing. It's pretty spectacular that that this school will have 3 and maybe even 4 generations of Longs soon. giving to St. Francis.
To me, it's very clear they have a deep appreciation for the impact of St. Francis on their kids and their entire family.
I think Claranne and Tim Long have meant the world to St. Francis. Their example of generosity, of love and caring for their own kids here and other students has been just tremendous. I don't know that you find people like Tim and Claranne very often, but we've certainly had a wonderful relationship with them and are extremely lucky to have been able to count them as members of the St. Francis family.